weather. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. You're watching Weather Unfiltered. I'm Mike Bettis.
I'm Alex Wilson. Here on a Friday, our expert, Dr. Rick Knabb, he's in his showgirl era, so he took the day off.
Is that what he's doing?
No.
He's just like listening and on loop,
I like
right?
to think so. I like to think he's dancing to Elizabeth Taylor at his house. But I think he's like out to dinner like a normal human.
He likes to ride his bike. My guess is that his soundtrack was probably not
I don't
Taylor
know.
Swift
He
today,
did say
but
he was listening to Taylor radio yesterday.
Was
so
he?
may have low-key surprised us.
That would have very much surprised me.
You know what? The guy is multifaceted. And the weather's bringing a little bit of everything this weekend. We've got rain to the south. We've got heat to the north. Maybe a little flip-flop of what we expect.
Yeah, it's very interesting that here we are in October and the temperatures are going the wrong way. They're going up, way up, potentially record-setting for some of you, and then the same old for you in places like Florida and the Gulf Coast.
Yeah, so what do you say we start with a look at New Orleans? Just one of the spots, as you can see behind us, that's in for rain through the end of the weekend. New Orleans right now, not too shabby. We've got clouds overhead, right? But it's not pouring. You've got some visibility. So there's something. 83 degrees. Honestly, those temps are probably pretty comfortable here for a, early October afternoon. There's some really cool like courtyards to go have a bite after work. Those Duval County, 77 degrees. It does not look great there. I'm not going to lie. You've got really low clouds like right up to the top of Everbank Stadium. You're like, whatever, we deal with it now because we don't want it Monday night football there in Jacksonville. So Northeast Florida playing host to the Kansas City Chiefs. We've got rain in the forecast, unfortunately, for this one, too. So it's one of those games, I feel like, when the weather throws a curveball at us. It is the most entertaining game to watch on television, and it's the most miserable game to be at in person. The dichotomy of where you're watching this is such a huge swing when you've got weather, whether it's the snow and the wind and the brutal cold, or in this case, a rainy game. We've got temps in the upper 70s for the start of this one, dropping into the mid 70s. So notice not much of a temperature change because of the rain showers, the cloud cover. We've got winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Let's take a look at our quarterback passing performance in rain games. We got Patrick Mahomes and Trevor Lawrence. Very tall guy. Yards per game, pretty similar. Honestly, quarterback rating, not too different. Touchdowns per game, both around 1. Interceptions per game, both just under 1. So actually looks like a pretty, equal or equitable matchup given the forecast with the crummy weather. I feel like nobody's 100% in that kind of weather, right? Jacksonville, between now and Tuesday, how about 2+ inches of rain? So I think you'll probably be between 2 and 2.5 inches. Down towards Palm Coast, Daytona Beach, these areas could see 3-4+ inches of rain. Farther west you go, lesser totals for you. So I think Gainesville, you're probably around an inch with less than an inch. Areas to the west of I-75. Now the rain is falling out there right now. You've got some pockets of downpours, but you've got a lot of areas that are reporting sunshine. So that's kind of the deal for our Friday night football game. Some areas are good, some areas have rain, and honestly, you're probably going to switch spots. So you might start out the football game with rain showers, then you'll see the sunshine, or once the sun goes down, then you clear out the skies. A place like Gainesville, you could start with more sunshine, see some passing showers through the game. So just be aware of that. Winds, by the way, in Daytona Beach, gusting to 24 miles per hour. Forecast for the future radar. We've got Jacksonville, Palm Coast, Daytona Beach, Gainesville, all looking at showers. Again, farther east you are, the better chances of the rain. And again, pockets of heavy rain embedded in there. Look at Saturday. We're going to do the same thing tomorrow afternoon. So outdoor plans, just be aware you may be taking things inside briefly. I don't think any day is a complete washout. Even Sunday, you're out there for brunch. You've got the showers scattered about, but they're going to be moving through. So you'll get breaks in the rainfall. Fort Lauderdale, 8-mile-per-hour wind. Miami, meanwhile, gusting to 23 miles per hour. Very similar setup right now across South Florida. We've got the scattered rain and storms, and we're going to see that continue here through the day Saturday into our Sunday and Monday as well. So a lot of Florida. It's all about persistent, easy to remember forecasts. It's just not really what we want, Mike.
No, for sure. Now, do you want what's coming, Alex?
All right. Meanwhile, in the Northeast, no snow. All about the warmth. Philadelphia will be hosting the Dodgers here in coming days, and we've got warmth on the way in the city of brotherly love. I know you'll be very hospitable to the folks from California. That's just what you do, right? 83 on Saturday, 84 Sunday. We're going to stay in the lower 80s on Monday and Tuesday of next week. Notice there's a lot of sunshine, just a few clouds overhead during the day. Tuesday? Outside of that, I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all three very bright days. Then we got rain coming in on on Wednesday. Notice that takes our temperatures back to around 70. And in the wake of that system, we'll be back to cool, mid and upper 60s on tap next Thursday and Friday. So it's not a long lasting stretch of heat, but there's going to be at least some above average heat heading our way. So what does that mean for records? We're going to be above average, sure, but there are going to be areas, probably not Philadelphia, but in sections of the Northeast, really New York and New England, that do see the potential for some of those record highs or record warm low temperatures. Those extend down to Florida. They extend into the Ohio Valley and Midwest, the Great Lakes, the Plains, even parts of the West could be looking at some record warmth. It's all thanks to this big ridge, this big bulge in the jet stream way up there into Canada. That's surging north. And so underneath that ridge, we see above average temperatures. And for some of these areas, these departures from average will get us up into record territory because those highs, going to be 15, 20, even 25 degrees above average. We're talking 90s in Minneapolis tomorrow. By the way, if we get to 90 tomorrow, that would be the latest 90-degree day on record for the city of Minneapolis. Previous record today, Mean Girls Day, October 3rd. 80s for Detroit and Indianapolis and for Memphis. Now, Minneapolis, you've had only 3 days of 90-degree plus temperatures in the month of October since 1872. That's you've had no consecutive days. So non-consecutive, it's just been a day here, a day there. The record October high is 92 degrees. We've got 90 tomorrow, so we're going to be right there if we get there. Back to 80 on Sunday, 62 on Monday. So temps take quite a tumble, and overnight lows go from near 70 to the upper 40s on Monday. We'll be right back. Doak Campbell Stadium, in fact, playing host to somebody do I use the word hate or do I just say strongly dislike? No, they hate each other. Miami, Florida State. This is a big in-state rivalry. Both teams doing really well this year as well. 7:30 game time in Tallahassee. Expect mostly cloudy to partly cloudy skies. Temperatures not too bad. I think for game time, probably in the low 80s, falling into the upper and mid 70s towards the later part of the game. Let's hope it ends in, regular time. I feel like overtime, when it's a late game, it just gets too late. Pasadena, California, at the Rose Bowl Stadium, we have the Penn State Nittany Lions taking on the UCLA Bruins tomorrow at 12:30. Now, I usually go up against all my Weather Unfiltered teammates, and I always lose. But Mandy, our producer, you went to UCLA, and I actually feel like I've got a good chance of this run, and I'm sorry for that. Mandy has nothing to say. Oh, no, she says it's okay. I feel like me and Mandy can't even. You want to, me and Mandy are going to make a wager, and it's just us going out for margaritas afterwards. And we like that. That's a no-lose wager. By the way, weather no lose either. We've got mid and upper 70s on the docket for this one. All right, Texas heading to Gainesville to take on the Florida Gators. This one could see some passing showers, not just through the game, but also during the tailgating. I know it's been a tough season here for the Gators, but you're still going to get out there. You're still going to tailgate. We want to see Arch. We've got passing showers. Again, there's plenty of dry time, but there will be periods where you could see some of those rain showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder all the way through game time. And then Vanderbilt at Alabama. This, again, a big one. Both ranked teams, 2:30 tomorrow in Tuscaloosa. Warm for this one. We've got temps in the low to mid 80s under partly cloudy skies. Don't forget the sunscreen.